Good afternoon. Welcome to the Wilmington Middle School edition of In the Loop. My name is Christine McMiniman. I'm the principal at the Wilmington Middle School, and today I have with me one of our assistant principals, Mrs. Hope Doran, assistant principal at the middle school, and we're here to talk to you today about enhancing our students' middle school experience. And we go about that in a variety of ways. And specifically today we're talking about our extracurricular activities and our student involvement in that aspect. Middle schools started a while ago, back at the mid-1980s, and it brought about the study of the whole child, not just the logical, linguistic learner, but the child as a whole, kinesthetic learner, visual learner, an auditory learner, and our extracurricular activities absolutely play to the strengths of many of our students. Hope, why don't we talk a little bit today about your experience in the past as a supervisor for one of our clubs and activities at the Wilmington Middle School.
Okay, I used to supervise Future Scientists and Engineers of America. It's a national organization, and kids are challenged to do design projects. We worked directly with an engineer from Analog Devices, and we did several hands-on activities. We were able to launch rockets that the kids created outside the school, and we created harnesses where kids could drop an egg and see if they could make it so that it wouldn't break. We met twice a month. It was a very involved club, and now it's still ongoing at the middle school. Mr. Adam Mackey, who's the new science teacher, has taken that over, and he has an engineer from Pfizer that's assisting him, and they're working on some long-term projects this year.
Very good. I think that the local volunteer, Sarah Sawyer, she is employed at Pfizer, but she is a Wilmington resident. And we appreciate our Wilmington residents coming in and volunteering for the many clubs and activities at the Wilmington Middle School. And we value the support of the Wilmington businesses and organizations that really help these clubs come to fruition. So they are very supportive. Can you talk a little bit about some of the other activities and clubs that you have become aware of as both a teacher and an administrator at the Wilmington Middle School?
Sure. Today at all of our lunches we had a very fun pep rally for SAD, which is going to be starting at the middle school. It's Students Against Destructive Decisions, and Ms. Collins will be running that club. It's already in place at the high school, so we're bringing it to the middle school. The kids watched a PowerPoint that was very moving with some music at lunch to kind of get them pumped up, and that club will be starting tomorrow.
I think they're reaching out to a lot of the kids, the 6th, 7th, and 8th graders. Any member of that grade can join, and they are looking to bring students on board who want to make a positive change at the Wilmington Middle School. And this SAD club has been sponsored partly by the Wildcat Project and the high school program bringing us on board. And I think that one of the other pieces is we have some other clubs that meet daily that I think a lot of students hear about during morning announcements, but some of the parents might not know about all of these clubs. Can you talk about a few more?
Yeah, we have after-school sports, which is every single day except Friday after school for 6th, 7th, and 8th graders, and that's a pretty active club. A lot of kids have participated in that. We also have a newspaper club with Miss Cole, and she is looking to put the newspaper online. So it will be a very professional publishing. Absolutely.
I think we're trying to stay up with the times. We're trying to go green, and we are also trying to have the kids use their technology skills to really come into the 21st century. So thank you for your input today. In our next segment, you will hear from a few other supervisors, Mr. Nate Melbourne from the Math Club and Ms. Rosangela Ferrula. She will be talking to some of our students about their involvement in their different activities.
Good afternoon. My name is Rosangela Ferrula, and I am one of the Spanish teachers at Wilmington Middle School. I'm joined here today with Mr. Melbourne, who is Explorer House Mathematics teacher, grade 7. Today, Mr. Melbourne and I are here to talk to you a little bit about our enriching our students in the middle school experience, with a focus on our after-school clubs and activities.
Great. Ms. Ferrula, could you tell me a little bit about how you think the after-school activities are important in the social and emotional development of the adolescents?
I think that any student that joins an after-school club or activity at Wilmington Middle School is going to benefit from it. I believe that joining any club or activity is going to help that student enrich their experience as a middle schooler. The middle school years are extremely difficult for students. It's a very tender age, and especially for the sixth graders coming in, they often, it's hard to find their niche in the school. And I think that the after-school clubs and activities that the middle school offers gives the students an opportunity to find their interests and their niche. There are many reasons, good reasons to join clubs. For example, the students make new friends. It's an opportunity for them to interact with kids from different grades. It also is an opportunity for them to interact with students from different houses. It gives them a chance to kind of broaden their horizons and try something new and explore some of their interests. So I think that overall, joining a club at Wilmington Middle School is going to help a middle schooler develop both socially and emotionally.
Awesome.
Nate, what do you think, how do you think that the programs that are available reinforce the middle school's core values of responsibility, citizenship, and confidence?
Oh, great. I think, just like you said, the big focus for after-school activities and sports are kids meeting kids. It gives a great opportunity to be a part of a team, which is something that we obviously, as you know, focus on a lot at the middle school, from the class level to the house level to now with these after-school activities. And as a teacher, I think oftentimes we get stuck seeing our students strictly in an academic way. Not necessarily a bad thing, but it's nice to see them in things that they might not get to do in the classroom. For instance, over the last year, I've had the pleasure of seeing the drama club's productions, strings, band, things like that, where I can see areas where students excel and really get to show a sense of confidence that I don't necessarily see in the classroom. In addition, with these after-school activities, they get to be a part of something where they're really a member, and they feel like they belong to it. It gives them, like I said, more confidence, but it also gives them a sense of belonging that they may not always feel at the middle school level. So that's really important. And in terms of responsibility, it's something that they have to come to every week, you know, which is obviously really important to them. So it's something they love outside of school and an area where we get to see them excel.
I agree. There are a number of clubs and programs that Wilmington Middle School offers our students. We're going to attempt to name a few, but the students can choose from a plethora of programs. There's Math Club, which happens weekly. There's also an art club. There's a newspaper club, yearbook, and student council.
There's also Ski Club, Video Explorer, after-school sports, band, strings,
peer mediation, homework club, and drama club. So today we are very fortunate because we have 3 of our 8th graders joining us, and they're going to speak a little bit about their experience with the after-school clubs and activities. And we're very lucky today to be joined by Liz Harvey, Aaron Harrington, and Tierney McHugh. So we're going to begin with Liz. Liz, tell us a little bit about what clubs you belong to and why.
Well, this year I belong to Math Club, Student Council, Jazz Band, Concert Band, Marching Band. I'm on the morning announcements, and I'm in the Drama Club. I do all these because they're like a way to be involved in the school, and they're all interesting.
Aaron, how about you?
Well, I belong to all the music groups like strings and jazz band, and I'm also part of the yearbook club. And these all reflect my interests, so I do them because they're me. So.
Tierney, what clubs do you belong to and why?
I belong to the newspaper club, student council, and math club because these all are different things that they don't offer during school, so you can get them after school.
Aaron goes first. Aaron.
Awesome. Aaron, what types of activities take place during math club, strings, art, drama club, things like that? Take us through one of your typical afternoons.
Okay, well, during math club, we usually get ready for end of the year competition by doing problems and going over them together. With music, we take music that you wouldn't really see in normal classes, and we practice those. Even with concerts at the end of the year, like for strings, we go to high school to perform there. And yearbook, we usually compile a yearbook with just random pictures we take through the day.
Thanks. And where are we with next? Liz?
Tierney.
Tierney, could you tell us what your typical afternoon is like?
A typical afternoon in Newspaper Club, we go in and we learn from professionals about writing for a newspaper, writing in more description, learning how to write obituaries or sports things. In Student Council, we go in and we talk about what we have to do for the next fundraiser or activity we have to do. And in Math Club, we prepare for the end of the year competition and we practice a little more about math.
Awesome. And Liz, can you take us through your typical after-school afternoon?
Well, what I do for the TV studio is in the morning I go right to my locker and then I go up to the TV studio, we get the announcements in order, we set up the cameras and we film the announcements live. For the drama, it's right after school, we have a few minutes to relax, have a snack, and then we break off into different groups. So the dancers go with the choreographers, the singers go with the music director, and the backstage people go to build their set or figure out the scene choreographs.
Great. Tierney, how has being a part of a club helped you here at Wilmington Middle School, both socially and academically? How has it helped you as a student?
In the Wilmington Middle School, the Newspaper Club has helped me because you learn to write in more detail, which you don't always cover in your language arts classes. In Student Council, you actually get to help the other students enjoy more of the activities and fundraisers we hold because a student runs it, not the teachers. And in Student Council, Math Club, you learn more about math and how to prepare for a quiz, test, or competition.
So Tierney, there's a dance today after school, is that correct? Are you going to be helping out with that with Student Council?
Yes, I will be helping out with the Student Council because it shows the younger 6th and 7th graders why they should join for Student Council in 8th grade because they show how the 8th graders help them out.
Awesome. That should be fun today, huh? Liz, how has being part of a club here at the middle school helped you socially and academically?
Well, being in the TV studio helps me with my public speaking, and I know what's going on in the school because I read the announcements every morning. Being in the drama club makes me feel like I'm a part of something really big because putting on a show is a big thing. And it helps you learn how to manage your time because it takes a lot of time to put on something like that, and you have a lot of other stuff to do. And it helps you learn how to get experience in many areas because you can dance or you can sing or you can work backstage.
Aaron, what are your thoughts? How has being part of a club helped you socially and academically?
Well, a lot of clubs that we do, like strings, it really helps you meet new people that you have to work with every day. And you get to play music that you don't really see. You can listen to it. It helps you find stuff that you like. With Math Club, it helps you with your math because you can see what the problems are that you're going to have, and you can go over the ones that you're having trouble with. And yeah, it's just it gets you to meet new people, and it helps you either way.
Thank you. So Mr. Melbourne and I are going to speak a little bit more about the particular clubs and organizations that we are a part of at Wilmington Middle School. And in particular, I am the advisor for the peer mediation program at Wilmington Middle School. And Mr. Melbourne is one of the co-advisors for the Math Club. So Mr. Melbourne, before we begin speaking about the peer mediation program, could you just tell us a little bit about the Math Club and how it's run and what you do after school with the students?
Absolutely. We're very lucky today to have 3 wonderful students joining us who are, I would like to point out, all members of the math team. So you can see what incredible citizens we have. The math team is a great way, I think, for students who excel in math to get challenged further. It's a lot of problems that we wouldn't normally see in an algebra or a geometry class per se that incorporate lots of different math skills in a way that's challenging to students who might find normal, worksheets and things like that to be kind of mundane and boring. In addition, it's, as all these 3 students said, it's a great social opportunity. They get to meet members of the 6th grade class as well as the 7th grade class and their fellow 8th graders, and really get to compare methods for doing math problems, not just with the teacher, and they can all attest to the fact that there are times where they know how to do a problem way before I do, and in a method that is much easier. So it's a great way to balance ideas off each other. In addition, I'm sure they'd all like to point out that we do have the occasional snack, which they enjoy, a motivating factor, I think, for some of them to continue coming. But nonetheless, a great math activity and a great way to meet people.
Wonderful.
So how about peer mediation? What's it like? How do people get involved?
Absolutely. So the peer mediation program has been running at Wilmington Middle School for approximately 6 years now. Basically, the students are selected in grades 4 and 5, and they are actually, the beauty of it is that they are selected by their own peers. And the students who are selected are students that the peers feel are trustworthy and someone that they feel that they can go to if they need to talk out a problem or a concern. I think one of the most admirable things about our peer mediation program at the middle school is that it is students helping students. So what the students do is they practice conflict resolution skills, and this ties in very nicely to our second step curriculum at the middle school, which is our violence prevention program that the students are currently incorporating into their half-day schedules. So in addition to the students working to try to solve problems, they also have the opportunity to meet with designated peer mediators in the 6th, 7th, and 8th grade and get a chance to just sort of talk out their problems and work towards a solution in a non-violent way. And it's been really just a great program at the school. And the kids who have gone through peer mediation have found that, you know, most of the time they realize that they can talk out their problems. They just need a third party that can sort of guide them through their mediation in a neutral way. Last year, we had the opportunity to take our 8th grade peer mediators to the Anti-Defamation League's annual youth conference. And the focus there was basically just building on what they felt was the power of one and proving to the children that, you know, all it takes is one person to stand up to something that they see wrong, and that gives you the power to sort of express yourself and stand up for those people that maybe can't stand up for themselves. And it was a great conference, and we're hoping to be able to take this year our 8th graders as well. And that's something that we hope to continue with throughout the year, over the years. So I believe that that completes our segment. We just wanted to give you an opportunity to learn about the different after-school clubs and activities that are offered at Wilmington Middle School. And we certainly would like to thank our 3 8th grade students today for taking the time out of their busy schedule to be here with us. So a big thank you to Liz Harvey, Aaron Harrington, and Tierney McHugh.